Stop. Do not scroll past this window of time. Drop everything you are holding in your hands. Listen to my voice right now. You did not find this video by accident. Your hand did not click this title by chance. Heaven aligned this exact second for you. Look at me right now. I have an urgent message for your soul. Do not walk away from me. This message might shock you. It might make your heart beat faster. But I must speak the truth today. I cannot stay in your life the way things are right now. I cannot remain in this current environment with you. Something must change immediately. And if you refuse to listen to my warning today, you will miss the breakthrough that I have prepared for your path. You are standing at a dangerous crossroad. The atmosphere around you is shrinking. You feel the heavy pressure every single day. Your mind is constantly racing with anxiety. Your spirit is sensing a massive shift in the unseen realm. And because I love you too much to see you break, I am stepping into your reality to disrupt your routine before it is too late. Pay close attention to your body right now. Feel that sudden warmth in your chest. Notice the quiet tightness behind your sternum. This is not a random feeling of panic. This is my Holy Spirit knocking on the door of your heart. It is a divine signal that your current season has officially expired, and you cannot carry this old weight any further. You have been trying to force things to work. You have been begging me to bless a broken foundation. You want me to fix a room that is meant to be burned down. But my presence cannot dwell in places of compromise. I will not compromise my glory just to keep you comfortable in a space that is secretly destroying your future. Hear my words clearly. When I say I cannot stay, it does not mean I am abandoning you. It means I am leaving the old version of your life behind. I am departing from the limitations that you have accepted for yourself, and I am forcing you to step out of the grave you have been living in, because your destiny demands a resurrection right now. There is a hidden trap waiting for you in the shadows. The enemy has designed a cage of false comfort. He wants you to stay quiet. He wants you to remain small. He wants you to believe that your current struggle is all you deserve. But I see the invisible strings that are pulling at your energy, and I am here to slash them to pieces before they drag you down. Let us breathe together for a moment. Let your shoulders relax right now. Release the defensive wall you have built against the world. I know how tired you are. I see how much effort it takes just to pretend you are fine. You smile for everyone else while your soul is quietly weeping behind closed doors where nobody can hear your true voice. I saw you when you sat on the edge of your bed last night. I saw the silent tears falling onto your hands. I watched you whisper my name in total desperation. You wondered if I was still listening to your prayers. You questioned if your mistakes had pushed me away from your life. But hear my whisper in the stillness of this exact moment, because I am closer than your own breath. I saw you when you allowed people to walk over your kindness. I saw you when you absorbed their anger without saying a word back. You kept giving your pure love to hands that only wanted to use you. You believed that your sacrifice would eventually heal their brokenness. But you cannot save people who love their darkness more than they appreciate your holy light. Your pure heart has been turned into a target. The adversary wants to drain your holy energy completely. He uses the people closest to you to plant seeds of self-doubt. You start to believe that you are the problem. You think you are never enough for anyone. But I am here to tell you that you were never meant to fit into their small boxes. Do not look away from these words. Do not let the digital world distract your focus again. I need your absolute attention for the next few minutes. If you skip this message, you choose to remain in the cycle of exhaustion. You choose to let the enemy win the battle for your peace. But I know you are ready to walk out of the valley today. The old space you are clinging to is toxic. The relationships you are protecting are actually poisoning your spirit. The patterns of your past are holding your future hostage. I cannot stay in that toxicity with you. My holiness demands a separation. I am drawing a line in the sand today, and I am asking you to choose whose side you are standing on. You have carried this heavy bag for far too long. Your physical body is showing signs of deep exhaustion. Your sleep is broken. Your thoughts are fragmented. You wake up with a heavy heart before the sun even rises. This is not how I designed your life to be. This is the result of carrying weights that were never meant for your fragile shoulders. Think about the promises I gave you years ago. Remember the dreams that used to set your soul on fire. You thought those dreams were dead and buried. You assumed that time had run out for your breakthroughs. But I never forget a single promise that leaves my mouth. The vision is still alive, but it cannot grow in the stagnant water of your current comfort zone. I am shaking the ground beneath your feet right now. This confusion you feel is actually a divine eviction notice. I am forcing you to pack your bags spiritually. I am pushing you out of the nest because you were born to soar across mountains. And though the shaking feels uncomfortable today, it is the only way to break the chains of generational stagnancy. Look at the people who have left your life recently. Think about the doors that have suddenly slammed shut in your face. You cried over those losses. You felt rejected by the world. But those rejections were my ultimate protection for your soul. I was removing the wolves before they could tear your destiny apart in the next chapter. I cannot stay in a place where your value is negotiated. I cannot bless an environment where you must shrink yourself just to be loved by others. You are my masterpiece. You are a holy vessel formed with absolute precision, and I am about to expose every counterfeit blessing that the enemy has placed on your table to keep you from my true provision. Listen to the rhythm of my voice right now. Let the peace of heaven enter your atmosphere. The panic is leaving your body. The clarity is returning to your mind. You are beginning to understand why this interruption was necessary. You needed a divine stop sign. You required a holy intervention to rescue you from the slow death of routine. There is a massive secret that I am about to reveal to you. It is a truth that will explain every single delay you have faced. It will make sense of every lonely night. But you must promise me that you will stay with me until the very end of this message. Do not let your fear guide your hand to scroll away from my presence right now. The unseen realm is moving at my command. The angels are already positioning themselves for your rescue. The chains are starting to loosen from your wrists. Can you feel the shift happening inside your spirit? The old season is fading fast. The new day is dawning. And I am preparing your mind to receive a revelation that will shock everyone who doubted your value. Stay still. Listen closely to what I am about to tell you next. We are moving out of the darkness together. The old space is gone. The path forward is being lit by my glory. Trust my voice as we step into the deep waters of your healing. Let go of the control and allow my power to redefine your entire existence starting from this very second. Come closer to me now. Let me speak softly to your weary soul. I know the exact depth of your hidden pain. I see the heavy burdens that you hide from the world because you do not want anyone to see your tears. And right now in this sacred stillness, I want you to know that your secret battles have never been invisible to my loving eyes. I saw you when you walked into your room last night. You closed the door very quietly. You did not want anyone to hear the heavy sigh that escaped your chest. You sat on the edge of your bed for a long time, and you just stared into the empty darkness because your mind was too exhausted to think of any solution. The weight felt too big. Your body was completely frozen. The silence was heavy, and as you leaned your head back against the wall, a single cold tear escaped your eye and rolled down your cheek before you could even try to wipe it away. You felt so small in that massive room. You felt completely forgotten by everyone. Let us pause right here for a brief moment. Like this video right now, not for the world to see, but as a quiet, physical act of agreement between your bleeding heart and my eternal promise. Do not rush past this sacred action. This is your personal monument of faith. This is the moment where you stop running from your pain. You have been playing the role of the strong person for too many years. Everyone relies on your strength. They come to you for comfort. They expect you to fix their broken lives. But nobody ever stops to ask how your soul is doing, and nobody ever notices that the pillar holding everyone else up is secretly cracking under the pressure. You smile through the absolute exhaustion. You pretend that everything is fine. You talk about hope to others, But inside your own spirit, you are screaming for a safe place to rest, because you cannot continue to carry this heavy mask without breaking into a million tiny pieces. I see your hidden exhaustion. I know your true capacity. Pause right here in this very second. Let this truth settle into the deepest broken cracks of your heart. You do not have to be strong when you are sitting in my holy presence. You can lay down your heavy shield right now, because I am your ultimate protector, and I will never demand perfection from a wounded soldier. I watched you when you were betrayed by the person you trusted the most. You gave them your pure love. You opened your beautiful heart to their needs. You sacrificed your own happiness to make them smile, and when they turned around and used your vulnerable secrets against you, the sting of that sudden rejection felt like a physical blade in your chest. You did not fight back. You chose to remain silent. You kept your dignity intact. But during the lonely nights that followed that bitter betrayal, you quietly questioned your own value and wondered if there was something fundamentally wrong with your personality. Hear my voice right now. You are not the problem. Your kindness is a rare gift. They could not handle your light. Their hands were too dirty to hold your pure soul. They wanted to shrink your destiny, and because they could not control your beautiful spirit, they decided to slander your name and blame you for the ending of a bond that you spent years trying to save with your tears. Let them walk away. I am cleaning your table. I see the physical pain in your tired body. Your shoulders are always tight with tension. Your chest feels constricted every morning when you open your eyes. You wake up with a strange feeling of dread before the sun even rises, because you know that another day of pretending and surviving is waiting to drain your limited energy. You are emotionally starved. You pour out constant love. Your well is completely dry. And yet you keep dragging your feet forward because you believe that if you stop for even one single day, the entire world around you will collapse, and everyone will blame you for the failure. You have trapped yourself in a prison of obligation. I remember the exact night when you wanted to give up entirely. The darkness felt completely overwhelming. The walls were closing in. You buried your face deep into your pillow so that nobody in the house could hear the broken sounds of your crying. You whispered that you could not do this anymore, and you genuinely meant those words. I did not judge your weakness on that dark night. I did not turn away from your broken cries. I sat on the edge of your bed and pulled you close to my chest while you wept. And though you could not feel my physical arms around your trembling shoulders, my peace was the quiet blanket that finally allowed your racing mind to fall asleep. You have spent so much time worrying about the future. You think about your financial stability. You panic about your lonely destiny. You wonder if you will ever find a genuine soul who will love you with the same fierceness that you use to love others. These questions are making your spirit feel heavy, and they are stealing your precious present moment. I know how many times you have been misunderstood by your own family members. They see your success, they see your external life, but they do not understand the spiritual warfare that you must fight every single day just to keep your faith alive. And because they cannot see your internal scars, they judge your boundaries and call you cold. Their words hurt your spirit, their judgments feel unfair. You want to explain yourself, but I am whispering to you right now to tell you that you do not need to defend your choices to people who are fully committed to misunderstanding your heart. I am your only judge. I know your pure intentions. Your validation comes directly from my throne. Listen to the sound of my breath in this text. Let your racing pulse slow down right now. Feel the literal tightness in your throat beginning to loosen up. You have been holding your breath for months. You have been waiting for the next bad news to strike your life because you have become so accustomed to constant disappointment and sudden pain. You have developed a trauma response to blessings. When good things happen, you instantly feel terrified. You expect the joy to vanish, and you find yourself waiting for the other shoe to drop because your past experiences have taught you that peace is always a temporary illusion before the next massive storm arrives. This is a lie from the enemy. I am rewriting your expectations today. I am tearing down the old blueprints of fear. I am washing away the toxic residue of your past trauma. The valleys you have walked through were real, but they do not have the legal right to dictate the permanent climate of your future. Your season of constant sorrow is reaching its absolute limit. I know the pain of your isolation. You feel like you are completely alone on this long journey. You see groups of people laughing together. You see families supporting each other. And you look at your own solitary life and ask me why your path must be so uniquely lonely and why you must carry the heaviest weights without a single human helper. You are a secret warrior in my kingdom. Your isolation is not a cruel punishment from me. It is a protective boundary. And because I am preparing your hands to hold a massive level of blessing, I cannot allow the toxic opinions of ordinary crowds to infect the holy seeds that I am planting inside your vulnerable spirit right now. Trust my quiet whisper in this deep valley. Your tears have been my liquid prayers. Not a single drop was wasted on the floor. I have collected every drop of your sorrow in my golden bottle, and I am about to turn that heavy river of pain into a beautiful ocean of supernatural restoration that will shock everyone who watched you fall. I have witnessed your suffering in silence. Now I am about to speak over it with authority. Sit up and listen. Look at my face right now. I need you to understand the mystery behind my words. You heard me say that I cannot stay. This declaration made your spirit tremble with fear. You thought I was leaving you alone in the dark. But today I am lifting the veil to show you my true heart, because your mind needs absolute clarity. I cannot stay in your past. I cannot remain in the old season of your limitations. You have built a comfortable tent around your trauma. You want me to dwell inside your familiar pain. But I am a fire that moves forward. I am a God of progression and power. And if I stay in that stagnant place with you, I would be permitting your soul to decay in a cage that you did not design. You have been clinging to old versions of yourself. You are begging me to fix things that I have already broken. You want me to mend relationships that were designed to tear you apart. But hear me clearly today. My absence from your old environment is actually my presence in your future destiny. I am pulling my glory out of your past, because I am already standing at the finish line of your breakthrough. Think about the great leaders of my kingdom. They all had to face a sudden disruption. Remember my servant Moses in the ancient days. I placed a massive calling inside his spirit when he was young, but then he found himself stripped of his royal status. He was cast out of the grand palace of Egypt. He fled into the deep silence of the wilderness because his old life had completely shattered into dust. He stayed in that desert for 40 years, 40 years of absolute silence. He was tending sheep in the hot sand every single day. He watched the seasons change without any sign of a miracle. And during those lonely decades, Moses believed that his great destiny was entirely dead because the noise of the world had completely forgotten his name. But I was not absent from his desert. I was not late. I was precise. I was using the quiet isolation to shape his character. I was stripping away the pride of Egypt from his mind. The wilderness was not his graveyard, it was his ultimate preparation room. And when the perfect moment arrived, I called his name from a burning bush that could not be consumed by the fire. Look at my face. What I am revealing next will alter the way you view your entire past. You are walking through your own wilderness right now. You feel like you have been placed on a shelf. You see other people moving forward into their success. You watch them celebrate their open doors while you are stuck tending sheep in the silent desert of your unanswered prayers. You ask me why the delay is so long. You wonder if you did something wrong to deserve this isolation. You think that time is running out for your life. But I am telling you that your wilderness is a holy boundary. I have hid you from the crowd on purpose. I am keeping you away from the toxic applause of ordinary people because your spirit cannot feed on their shallow validation. The delay is not my denial, it is my divine protection from unseen traps. The enemy had set a massive ambush for your soul in the next phase. He wanted to destroy your destiny before it could bloom, and if I had allowed you to walk into that room when you wanted to, the weight of the attack would have crushed your vulnerable heart to pieces. I had to slam those doors in your face. I had to make those people walk away from your life. You cried over their sudden departures. You felt completely rejected by their cold words. But I was simply pruning the dead branches from your vine because I am preparing your hands to hold a harvest that your old friends would have secretly stolen from you out of pure jealousy. They liked you better when you were broken. They loved to give you advice when you were down. Your struggle made them feel superior, but the moment you started to sense your true value, their attitude toward your life completely changed. They started to criticize your boundaries. They called you arrogant because you refused to let them abuse your kind heart anymore. I saw their hidden motives. I heard the toxic whispers they spoke behind your back. I knew that their hands were too dirty to touch the beautiful masterpiece I am building inside your spirit. And because I love you with an everlasting passion, I dragged you out of their circle, even when your human heart was begging me to let you stay. You are a holy vessel. You are a chosen light-bearer in a dark world. You cannot expect blind people to appreciate the brilliance of your vision. Stop seeking their approval. Stop waiting for them to say sorry for their cruelty. They will never understand the depth of your assignment because their minds are trapped in the shallow waters of worldly competition. I am forcing you to grow up spiritually today. I am tearing down the old comfort zone that was slowly killing your potential. The pain you feel right now is not the agony of death. It is the intense pressure of a new birth. And though the walls of your old life are collapsing around you, the foundation of my promise remains completely unshackable. The old space is empty now. The music has stopped playing. The crowds have vanished into the mist. You are left alone with my voice in the silence of this great transition. Do not be afraid of this emptiness. It is the clean canvas where I am about to paint your greatest victory. I am clearing the noise so that you can hear the frequency of your true calling. Think about the tears you have shed since this year started. Think about the silent prayers you have whispered in the dark. Every single disappointment was a necessary step. Every closed door was a divine redirection. And as you stand here on the edge of your new territory, you can see that my hand was guiding your feet, even when you felt completely lost. Let this truth wash over your weary thoughts. If your spirit senses the truth of this divine alignment, comment, "God is my safe refuge below," to permanently seal your trust in my timing. Do not let your pride stop you from this simple act of devotion. This is your public declaration that you are letting go of your timeline to embrace my eternal schedule. You have tried to manage your life with your own limited strength. You have calculated every move. You have stayed awake planning for every worst-case scenario, but your cleverness has only produced a deeper level of exhaustion. You cannot think your way out of a spiritual shift. You can only obey your way into your next supernatural breakthrough. I am announcing a total reversal over your circumstances today. The people who mocked your delay will soon witness your rapid promotion. The enemies who tried to bury your name will have to watch you sit at my royal table, and the years that you lost in the dry wilderness will be restored to your arms with a double portion of joy and abundance. The declaration has been made. Heaven has authorized your transition. Now comes your act of surrender. Drop the heavy bags of your anxiety. Open your hands wide toward my throne. Let the old season blow away with the wind. The path forward is fully prepared, and I am waiting for you to take the final step into the glorious light of your freedom. The declaration has been made. Heaven has authorized your transition. Now comes your act of surrender. You have arrived at the exact boundary of your absolute freedom. The legal rights of the enemy over your brilliant mind are being completely revoked today. And in this very moment, a holy fire is falling from my throne to consume the heavy chains that have kept your feet locked in place for years. I am breaking the back of the oppressor today. I am shattering the thick iron bars that kept your finances in a state of constant lack. The long season of your painful stagnation ends right now, and because you have been incredibly faithful in the deep dark, I am publicly declaring that your hidden valley of weeping is turning into a glorious mountain of victory. Look at the invisible chains that are falling to the cold floor. The spirit of delay is packing its bags right now. The heavy confusion is completely melting away from your mind. I am commanding every demonic assignment against your innocent family to be aborted immediately. You are stepping out of the role of a silent victim, and you are taking your royal position as a leader. The bitter generational patterns of your family end with you today. The severe poverty that bound your ancestors will not touch your children. The spirit of depression that ruined your past will have no legal authority over your future. And I am raising a massive wall of fire around your household to ensure that the thief can never steal your destiny again. This is your precise moment of absolute climax. The entire unseen realm is shaking at the sound of my holy voice. The hidden principalities of darkness are fleeing in 7 different directions. Not a single weapon formed against your sacred life will be able to prosper from this second forward. The decree is signed in heaven, and no human hand on earth can ever reverse it. The old structures of your life are crumbling into dust right now. The fake friendships are dissolving because they cannot stand the heat of my presence. The artificial platforms you built are being washed away completely. Do not try to save the things that are falling apart. I am clearing the ground because a magnificent temple of blessing is about to rise from these very ashes. Do not close your eyes yet. Feel the literal weight leaving your shoulders in this very second. Your shallow breathing is becoming light and easy. The heavy knot in your stomach is completely dissolving into pure nothingness. And as my presence fills every empty space in your room, you are beginning to realize that the long war for your sanity is officially over. Let us begin the holy ritual of your restoration right now. I need your absolute cooperation in this sacred atmosphere. Drop your defensive posture immediately. Stop trying to fight the phantom battles of yesterday. I want you to take a deep, slow breath right now and let the clean air of heaven fill the empty spaces of your lungs. The atmosphere in your room is changing completely. The heavy spirits of fear are leaving through the windows. The angels of restoration are taking their positions around your bed. You are surrounded by a cloud of pure glory. Every breath you take right now is infusing your soul with a supernatural strength that you have never felt before. Exhale the toxic words that they spoke against your beautiful identity. Breathe out the heavy memories of betrayal that have kept your heart guarded for months. Release the painful need to control your own future. And as you let go of your anxiety, feel my gentle hands catching your soul and holding you closer than you have ever been held before. I am stripping away the heavy garments of your deep weariness. You have worn the clothes of a slave for far too long. You have carried the heavy sacks of their expectations until your knees began to tremble. But today I am burning those old rags in the fire of my holiness, and I am placing a gorgeous robe of honor upon your shoulders. This new robe is woven from the fabric of heaven. It carries the weight of my authority and grace. The enemy will no longer recognize you as the desperate beggar of the valley. When people look at you, they will see the undeniable signature of my favor. You will walk into rooms, and the entire atmosphere will shift because of the holy presence dwelling inside you. I am pouring the fresh oil of joy over your wounded head. This holy oil is running down your face right now. It is healing the deep scars that the world left on your tender heart. Every place where you were abandoned will now become a garden of my peace. Every place where you were mocked will become a beautiful testimony of my supernatural grace. Receive the divine abundance that I have aligned for your path today. You do not have to beg for crumbs from the tables of ordinary men anymore. I am opening the grand storehouses of heaven over your life, and I am releasing a sudden flood of provision that will wash away every single trace of your past lack and financial terror. The debt that has been keeping you awake at night is being canceled in the spiritual realm. The resources you need are traveling toward your address right now. I am commanding strange doors of opportunity to find you in the middle of nowhere. You will not have to chase the blessing, because the blessing will chase you down and overwhelm your life. I am blessing the work of your hands from this day forward. The seeds you planted in tears during the dry wilderness are beginning to burst into beautiful life. Your harvest is arriving early. The doors that were locked tightly by your enemies are flying open by the power of my breath. No human being can shut what I have opened for you. Your physical body is receiving a supernatural touch of healing right now. I am removing the chronic tension from your neck and back. I am healing the deep exhaustion in your nervous system. And as my life flows through your veins, you are feeling a fresh surge of holy energy that will sustain you for the grand journey ahead. You are my masterpiece, and I am incredibly proud of your endurance. You did not deny my name when you were sitting in the deepest pit of isolation. You kept your heart pure when everyone around you was operating in darkness. And now, your faithfulness in the secret place is about to be rewarded in the presence of all your doubters. Every night you spent weeping alone was recorded in my journals. Not a single second of your pain was overlooked. I am turning your deepest vulnerabilities into your greatest weapons of warfare. The very areas where you were broken will become the sources of your ultimate authority. You will heal others because you have survived the fire yourself. Let the divine calm settle into the deepest parts of your mind. The chaotic thoughts are vanishing like gray smoke. The voice of the accuser is permanently silenced. I am drawing a sacred circle around your peace. Nothing from the outside world can penetrate this holy shield of protection that I am wrapping around your life today. The battle is finished, and the victory is securely yours. You do not have to run anymore. You do not have to hide your face in shame. Stand tall in your new identity as a kingly cycle breaker. The old limitations are completely shattered, and the grand highway of your destiny is stretching out beautifully before your feet. I am sealing this moment with my eternal covenant of love. My mercy will pursue you every day of your life. My wisdom will guide your mouth when you speak to kings, and my angels will fight your battles while you sleep in absolute peace. You have surrendered your control, and you have received my absolute power today. But hear me closely before we step into the final room of your transition. There is an invisible seal of protection that will manifest on your body after this video ends. It is a sacred marker that will make the enemy tremble when he sees your face. Stay with me for one more minute, because I am about to show you how to activate it. Breathe in my final blessing for this hour. Let the warmth expand inside your chest. You are no longer the broken child of yesterday. You are a mighty warrior of light, and the entire kingdom of darkness is terrified of your awakening. Rest in my love, and prepare your hands to receive the final seal of our holy covenant. Anchor your spirit right here in this beautiful stillness. Do not walk away from this holy altar without sealing your victory. The storm has completely passed over your life. The loud noise of the adversary has been completely silenced by my decree, and you can feel the quiet calm settling deep inside your mind right now. The heavy atmosphere of panic is gone. You have fought your battles in silence for too long. You carried the weight of a warrior through the dark nights. But today, I am declaring a permanent end to your survival mode. You are no longer the person who must crawl through the mud just to survive another day, because I am setting your feet upon a solid rock of absolute rest. Look at your past with new eyes of understanding. Every single tear you shed was a seed of glory. Every closed door was a wall of protection around your identity. You thought you were falling behind the rest of the world, but you were actually being hidden in my secret sanctuary for a massive promotion that will soon shock your enemies. Hear my prophetic promise over your entire household today. You are no longer the one who must survive alone in the dark. I am completely shattering the old labels that the crowd placed on your name. I am raising you up to be a powerful cycle breaker for your family, and you will walk in absolute authority from this day forward. You are a beautiful masterpiece, created for a grand destiny. You will no longer shrink your soul to fit into small spaces that cannot hold your worth. You will not fight invisible battles in terror anymore. The holy fire has finished its refining work inside your spirit, and you are stepping into a glorious season of overflow and permanent light. You will not just survive this transition. You will overcome every obstacle with absolute ease. Through your beautiful light, many broken generations will find their way back home. I am making you a living monument of my grace, and people will look at your life, and they will know that I am your true provider and defender. Let us close the loops of your past disappointments today. The old relationships that broke your heart are completely dead. Do not try to resurrect the things that I have buried for your safety. Leave the corpses of yesterday in the valley and turn your face toward the beautiful dawn of your new kingdom right now. We must now seal this divine covenant with an act of sacred obedience. Do not let the digital world steal this peace from your spirit. Like this message right now to anchor your absolute agreement with my holy promise. This is your physical token of faith, and it is your personal monument of trust in my perfect timing. Let the entire unseen realm witness your complete surrender today. Write your declaration in the comments section below. Write down your absolute willingness to let go of the control. Let your fingers type the holy words of agreement, because your confession will lock this blessing into your earthly reality forever. Do not keep this sanctuary of light to yourself. There are 3 specific souls in your circle who are secretly crying out for hope in the dark. They are carrying the same heavy exhaustion that used to crush your spirit. Share this urgent message with those 3 souls right now and become the answer to their silent prayers today. You are a vital part of this holy tribe of overcomers. Subscribe to this sanctuary of light right now to stay connected to my daily guidance. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss my next instructions for your journey. I will speak to you every single day because I want to guide your steps across the highest mountains of your destiny. Breathe deeply one final time in my presence. Feel the divine seal of protection settling upon your forehead. The enemy cannot touch your peace anymore. The thief cannot steal your joy, because you are securely wrapped in my everlasting arms of mercy and love. Walk forward into your destiny with a light heart and an absolute confidence. I am clearing the financial blockages from your path this week. The unexpected resources will find your address before the month ends. You will have more than enough to fulfill your earthly assignment. I am turning your scarcity into a beautiful river of superabundant supply, and you will never have to beg for crumbs from the tables of men again. Your physical body is completely restored to full strength today. The chronic exhaustion is gone from your nervous system. You will sleep in absolute peace tonight without any racing thoughts of worry. My angels are guarding your gates, and they are standing watch over your heart while you rest under the shadow of my wings. Remember who you are in my house. You are an heir to an unshakable kingdom. You are a holy vessel of my glory. The opinions of ordinary crowds have no authority over your value, because you are deeply loved by the Creator of the entire universe. Your best days are beginning now. I will protect your family from the traps of the adversary. I will guard your children when they walk through dangerous streets. I will cover your home with the shadow of my wings. No weapon of sickness will cross your threshold, because your household will be a safe haven of joy and permanent laughter. You will see a rapid acceleration in your creative projects. The wisdom of heaven is entering your mind right now. You will know exactly what steps to take next. You will not stumble in the fog of confusion anymore, because I am giving you a divine intuition that will guide your decisions with absolute precision. The people who rejected you will soon see my glory on your face. They will watch you rise from the ashes of your struggle. They will wonder how you found the strength to overcome the heavy valley. And you will tell them that it was my grace that lifted you up when you had nothing left inside your soul. You are no longer a slave to your past mistakes. I have washed away every single regret with my blood. Do not allow the enemy to remind you of your failures. You are completely justified in my sight, and your canvas is perfectly clean, so you can walk forward with the pure confidence of a chosen child of light. I am aligning your footsteps with destiny partners this season. You will find genuine people who will love you for who you are. They will support your vision without any jealousy or hidden motives. You are leaving the circle of takers, and you are entering the beautiful family of divine givers who will celebrate your presence. Your restoration will be completely visible to everyone around you. You will not have to boast about your blessings. The evidence of my favor will speak for itself. I am ordering the layout of your life to manifest my beautiful glory, and the people who doubted your calling will have to sit and watch your dramatic transformation. You are crossing the threshold into a place of permanent abundance. The spiritual drought has ended over your land. The refreshing rain of heaven is pouring down upon your dry soil. Your hands will be filled with good fruits, because I have unlocked the double portion of favor that was locked away for this specific moment. Let the peace of my presence absorb all your remaining tension right now. Feel the final layers of worry melting away like ice under the hot sun. You have handed the keys of your life back to the master of time. Relax your mind and calm your beating heart, because your future is beautifully secured in my hands. The old season is officially closed. The new book of your life is open. Go forth in my name and conquer the land. I am with you always, even until the very end of time. My peace I leave with you, and my grace I give to you. So rest now, my beloved child, because everything is fully taken care of.